Why do we spend years in school memorizing complicated formulas, but never learn a single thing about managing money? Is our education system designed to create hardworking employees instead of smart investors? In today's video, we're exposing the money myths that have been holding most of us back for years. What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Chatting with a Book. Today we are diving into a book that completely shook up how I see money, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And to help us unpack all of its wisdom, we have the one and only Professor joining us. Professor, thanks for being here.
Hey, thanks for having me. This is a big one. I'm excited.
Me too. So let's just jump right in. The book kicks off with this idea that financial intelligence isn't something you're born with, but something you learn. And it immediately made me think, okay, then why on earth were we never taught this in school?
Right? That's the million-dollar question, and it's really the core of the book. The argument is that our education system was designed to create good employees, not good bosses or investors.
Wow, so it teaches you to follow the rules, but not how to, manage your own money. That's actually kind of heartbreaking when you say it out loud. It feels like we were programmed with a certain mindset from day one.
Exactly. That whole mantra of study hard, get a good, stable job. The book argues that's literally the starting point of a poor mindset.
Okay, so what's the alternative? How do the rich teach their kids?
They teach them how to make money work for them instead of the other way around.
See, that's wild to me. My parents always said a college degree was the most important thing. Were they wrong?
Not wrong, just incomplete. A degree gives you a specific skill, absolutely, but it doesn't teach you the rules of the money game. So your poor dad, the highly educated one, values the degree. The rich dad values financial intelligence. One path makes you a great worker. The other makes you the owner of the whole system.
Man, I feel like I've been lied to my whole life. I mean, isn't a stable job the ultimate goal? The sign that you've made it?
That idea of stability is mostly an illusion. Think about it. Relying on one single paycheck is actually incredibly risky. It's the definition of putting all your eggs in one basket. If that company downsizes or your job becomes automated, poof, it's all gone.
So that safe job I've been chasing is actually making me less safe. What is real security then?
Real security is your ability to solve financial problems. It's internal. It doesn't come from a company deciding you're valuable this week. Your skills can't be laid off, but your salary can disappear in a flash.
Okay, so if it's so risky, why were my parents so obsessed with me getting a stable job?
Oh, that's easy. They love you, but they also taught you what they knew, which was based in fear. The poor dad is terrified of failure, so he clings to stability. The rich dad sees failure as a learning opportunity, so he's not afraid to take calculated risks.
So their love was kind of holding me back. That's a devastating thought.
It can be. Love that's mixed with fear can become a cage. The book gives a great example. The poor dad looks at something expensive and says, "We can't afford it." End of story. The rich dad looks at the same thing and asks, how can we afford it? It's a simple switch, but it opens up your mind to possibilities instead of shutting it down.
I say I can't afford it all the time. Okay, so this is all about mindset. So how does Rich Dad define the basics, like assets and liabilities?
Super simple. An asset puts money in your pocket. A liability takes money out of your pocket. That's it.
Wait, that's not what I learned at all.
I know, and that's why most people are stuck. They spend their lives buying liabilities, like fancy cars or even their primary residence, thinking they're assets. The house you live in takes money out of your pocket every single month for mortgage, taxes, repairs. It's a liability.
No way, but my house is worth a lot of money.
Doesn't matter. Unless it's actively generating income for you, like a rental property, it's a liability. Same goes for your car. It's depreciating the second you drive it off the lot and always needs money for gas and maintenance.
This is insane. So my entire life has been built around buying things that just make me poorer. What are some real assets then?
Things that create passive income. Think rental properties, stock dividends, royalties from a book, profits from a business you own but don't have to run day to day. Anything that makes you money while you sleep.
Why don't they teach this in school? I feel so financially illiterate right now.
Well, because many of the teachers are in the same boat. The system is designed to create good workers, not independent financial thinkers. It's a relic of the industrial age.
Okay, so this brings me back to something you said earlier. Rich parents let their kids play with money and aren't afraid of them failing. That is the polar opposite of my childhood, which was all about save every penny, don't take any risks.
Exactly. Learning about money through low-stakes games or a small business takes the fear out of it. Even if the kid messes up and loses a few bucks, the lesson they learn is worth 1,000 times more. Financial intelligence needs real-world practice, not just textbook theory.
It sounds like most of us are what the book calls poor dads. You know, we're educated, we have jobs, but we're secretly terrified and clueless about money.
It's a perfect description. So many people are busy working for money, but have no idea how to make their money work for them.
You're describing my life. There's a name for that, right?
There is. The book calls it the rat race. You're just a hamster on a wheel, running as fast as you can, looking incredibly busy, but ultimately going nowhere.
Ouch, that hits hard. So how do you get out if you have no money to start with? You can't just wish for investments to appear.
No money is the number one excuse. The real investment, the very first one you have to make, is in your own brain. It's free to start learning. Read books, listen to podcasts like this one. Financial intelligence is a way of thinking, not a pile of cash.
Okay, so I need to learn first. Where do I even start? There are a million get-rich courses out there.
Forget all that for a second. Focus on the fundamentals. Learn basic accounting so you can read numbers, learn about investing strategies, understand the market, and know the basics of tax and corporate law. The goal isn't to find a guru, it's to develop your own independent financial thinking.
Love that. So what's a tangible first step? Something I can do tomorrow?
For the next 30 days, track every single dollar that comes in and every single dollar that goes out. Be brutally honest. No cheating. At the end, make 2 lists, one for your assets and one for your liabilities, based on the real definitions. You can't change your financial picture until you're willing to actually look at it.
I can do that, but I'm still scared of investing. The fear of losing money is real.
Of course it is. Fear of the unknown is the biggest hurdle for everyone. So don't start with your life savings. Start small. Invest $20 in a book. Invest in a course. Invest time into a side hustle. The absolute best and safest investment you can ever make is in yourself. You literally can't lose.
Okay, that makes sense. So for a regular person, the first step isn't stocks or real estate. It's investing in your own knowledge.
You got it. That's the entire game. The poor work for money, the rich make money work for them. And money only works for people who speak its language, the language of financial intelligence. You have to learn the language first.
Last question, and it's a big one. It feels like so many of us are stuck in this rat race. It feels impossible to get out. What do we do?
The first and most important step is just admitting you're on the wheel. That awareness is everything. Once you see it, you can stop, step off, and ask yourself, what do I really want? The goal isn't just to work harder for a bigger paycheck. It's to build and buy assets that generate income for you, so eventually you don't have to work at all.
So financial freedom isn't about how much you make.
It's about how much you keep, and more importantly, how much that money makes for you.
Wow. You know, after this conversation, Rich Dad, Poor Dad doesn't feel like a money book anymore. It feels like a mindset book.
That's exactly what it is. The biggest handicap anyone has is poverty of thought. Once you break free from those old, fearful ways of thinking, your real journey to wealth can finally begin.
Professor, this has been absolutely mind-blowing. It has totally changed how I'm looking at my own finances.
Glad to hear it. But remember, knowing is one thing, doing is everything. Start making those small changes tomorrow.
Absolutely will. A huge thank you for your time today. And for everyone listening, I hope this chat sparked something for you too. Until next time.